Thursday, July 7th, 2016. You can find my work today at MLBDFSweather.com and follow me in Twitter, same Twitter handle, MLBDFSweather.com. Well, summer has certainly moved in. We see three factors that tell me summer is here and it's going to be here to stay for quite a while. One, thunderstorms. Meteorologists would call that convection. We have all over the country, and I'm going to show you the trouble spots where those are. And heat and humidity kind of go hand in hand with summer, and we have plenty of that going on. Let's look at where we may have some rain. First game to look at is this afternoon in St. Louis. Pittsburgh is finishing up their series with the Cardinals there. Looks like we have some scattered convection around. That's, again, meteorological term for thunderstorms. Worst the weather is going through right now, as we can see in the current radar. That's quite the solid line of thunderstorms that will move through before the game. Now, the problem is that after the game, there's going to be this steady shield of rain. To me, it looks like it should skirt just to the north of St. Louis, and they're okay, and they get more of the showery type of rain, and that's what the computer models are showing. But it's something to keep an eye on real close. Don't think it's a postponement threat. Could be a delay threat. More likely than not, it would be a delayed start threat. But again, I'll keep an eye on that and update that through your Twitter and through MLBDFSweather.com as we go through the afternoon. All the other games are in the evening. Cleveland should not be a problem. Just some widely scattered thunderstorms here and there. The issue is if one of these was right over the stadium, it could cause a delay. That's not looking too likely. This, on the extreme western side map, is a line of thunderstorms that will likely not move into Cleveland to about midnight or thereafter, so that should not be a problem. Mets game, Nationals and the Mets. It's a little bit more active than Cleveland. You can see the scattered thunderstorm activity going around, but it's not a postponement threat. These thunderstorms are moving. They'll shift off to the east-southeast, and the worst-case scenario is a delay because of one of these thunderstorm cells going right over Citi Field. Atlanta at Chicago this evening, they have that solid line of thunderstorms that will affect Cleveland after midnight, move through right around or just before the game time. This is near the scheduled first pitch. Everything should be moving away here. The problem is timing. If this was slower, then the rain would stick around longer. Right now, it does not look like a postponement threat because we're expecting drier air to move in this evening. So if anything, they would just wait it out and cause a delayed start. And yes, there are a few pop-up showers behind this main line, but should not be a huge problem. Seattle and Kansas City, and then the game after that, Philly at Colorado, I just put in kind of as areas that I'll watch. There's widely scattered thunderstorms, not expected to be anywhere near either of those cities, but it's very warm, very humid in Kansas City. Something could pop up. I'm not expecting any trouble right now, but I'll keep an eye on that region. And here's Denver, run-of-the-mill thunderstorms just coming off the mountains. Should not cause a problem for the Rockies, but you never know. These things pop up and sometimes go right over Denver, and you never quite know. I'll keep an eye out. Denver, for a cool meteorological fact, is one of the I don't know, the lack of a better term, is the hailiest cities, major cities in the U.S. They see more hail on average than any other major city, and that's an indicative of strong thunderstorms. So that's the areas that we're going to watch for trouble spots. So I'll be busy today doing that. But I wanted to point out we have a lot of good, and this is a neat tool we have here. We can sort this chart by numbers or rankings, whatever you want to do, whatever category, you can sort the chart. We have a couple great parks for hitters tonight. Coors, first off, winds blowing out, it's warm, air density extremely low. Wow, they're going to score a lot of runs. Not far behind that is Minnesota and Texas. It's hot, it's humid, the wind's blowing strongly in from right. When that happens, we set this jet stream that actually helps balls carry out to right and center. Look for home runs to be hit to right and center tonight at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, as the Twins visit the Rangers. Wrigley Field, warm and humid. Winds blowing out to left. That's all you need to say at Wrigley Field. And last but not least, I noticed in Toronto, the same type of thing happens in Texas as it does in Toronto, especially when the roof is open in Toronto. A wind blowing in from left and center will cause a swirling motion of the air and will actually help balls carry out to left and to center. So that's something to keep an eye out in Toronto as well. And there's several other ballparks that I labeled as a 7, but I'll just talk about those 4 major best ballparks. Like I said, Colorado, Texas, Toronto, and Chicago. The poor hitting environments or the good pitching environments, however you want to look at it, I had is Tampa Bay and the Dodgers. So again, a brief synopsis. Not expecting anything in terms of postponement today's, but I will keep an eye out, especially in St. Louis and Chicago. Numerous delay threats: St. Louis, Cleveland, the Mets, the Cubs, the Royals, and the Rockies. With the Cardinals and the Cubs probably having the most concern, while New York is not that far behind. Kansas City and Colorado should not be a huge problem. That's what I got for you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.